I can't wait to show you my toys.
Hey, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're going to look at the Mattel Batman Missions, Batman vs. the Joker 2-pack. Now what really appealed to me about this is the fact that not only is this a Batman Joker 2-pack, but it comes with a really cool, looks like Joker copter or something, accessory vehicle. I'm hoping this is going to work with our 6-inch DC Universe Classics and Multiverse Batman figures, but we'll find out in this video. So let's take a look at the packaging here. As you can see, Batman Missions, got the classic Batman logo, Batman versus the Joker. You can see we've got the Joker, he does have a hat up here, glasses as well, Batman, and then the Joker copter looking thing. Here's what the finished product will look like. You can also see the Batman 80th anniversary logo up here. The top, simply DC. One side we've got Batman and Joker. The other side, Batman and Joker again, fighting. On the bottom, there is a barcode in case anyone needs it, as well as a bunch of credits. And on the back, you can see Joker in his helicopter thing, taking on Batman. I did end up getting 2 of these packs from Walmart. They were only $20 each, so really good value there. I got 2 of them because I really wanted to get 2 of these Joker vehicles. And then I actually did get a 3rd one of this Batman vs. Joker 2-pack in order to keep my complete unopened Batman 6 and 7-inch collection up to date. Here's my complete Batman Missions collection unopened. From the top left to right, we've got the Cannon Attack Batmobile, then Batman and the Batcycle pack, and the figures on the top right are Air Power Batman and Air Power Joker. In the next row you can see the Batman vs. Joker 2-pack with the Joker helicopter, and then Batman and Robin vs. Bane 3-pack, and then everything else below are the single release $10 figures. First we've simply got Batman, and then Stealth Glider Batman, and Robin, and then Joker and Harley Quinn, then Night Jumper Batman, then Sonar Suit Batman, and then the Riddler, and Batgirl, and Electro Power Batman, and then Nightwing, Bane, Two-Face, Mr. Freeze, and Arctic Armor Batman. As far as I know, this is the entire collection. If I am missing anything, please let me know in the comment section. I'd be really interested to know if there's anything out there I don't know about. I really hope eventually we get Scarecrow and Deathstroke and Man-Bat in the 6-inch scale, but time will tell. I don't think this line is over yet. Alright, well now that we got this set out of the package, here it is with all the accessories laid out. We've got Batman, he comes with a glider, and 2 sort of armor pieces for his hands, gauntlets or whatnot. Joker with a hat and some goggles or glasses for his helicopter. Then of course we've got the helicopter down here. Got a large propeller, 3 missiles, and a missile launcher. Looking pretty decent. And then here are both sets laid out with all their accessories in front of them. I'm really only interested in having 2 of these Joker helicopters. The extra Joker and Batman. No idea what I'll end up doing with these guys. So next let's check out the figures and their accessories. Then we'll check out the vehicle compared to many other vehicles and see what all figures will fit on there. So first of all, here's the Batman figure. He's kind of got a nice armored look. Got the gold around the Bat logo on his chest. He's got some stuff on his shoulders here. His gauntlets here. Cloth cape. Overall not bad. Unique. Definitely not like the other mission figures. We've got Joker here. In my opinion, his face sculpt is not very good. Smile, a little weird looking. He's got the green shirt, black tie, purple outfit, and a little orange here. I guess it's supposed to be like a vest underneath. Overall, doesn't look too bad. Probably the most normal Joker they've made from this line. Next, let's check out their accessories. Let's start off by checking out Batman's accessories. So he's got this glider, which will attach to his back via this peg. He has a hole in his back. Then he's got these 2 sort of weapons he can hold, sort of gauntlets, into his hands. These are both reuse with previous figures. So let's look at his glider first. This thing is sort of just one hunk of plastic. It attaches to his back via this peg here in the middle. As you can see, here's his back. It's got a peg and a hole in the cape. And then here he is wearing his glider. One thing I found interesting is that it's a black glider on a blue suited Batman. I figured they'd cast this thing into blue plastic. And then here's how it looks on the back side. Really not a bad accessory. Definitely has the bat shape to it. Like I said before, these accessories are pure reuse from previous Batman Missions figures and from even older basic 6-inch figures from Justice League or Batman vs Superman. You can see here, Stealth Glider Batman came with pretty much the exact same glider. And then as you can see, here are these two Batman figures together. Definitely the same accessory. The only real difference between these accessories is the way it attaches Batman's back. They're definitely the exact same mold on the back side here, but on the inside, the one with this Joker pack has one peg hole, and the one with Stealth Glider Batman has two peg holes, so they just slightly altered the interior. Next, let's check his other accessory. These hold into his hands. Not even really exactly sure what you'd call these things. Big shields, gauntlets, whatever they are. They're black and completely oversized and look very basic and kiddie. And then here he is holding these two weapons. And just like the other Batman accessory, these are pure reuse. These two weapons were released with the Night Jumper Batman Missions figure, casted in a different color. Then here's Night Jumper Batman holding those weapons. And then if you want to go even further back, the Justice League basic line that was a predecessor to Batman Missions, this regular Batman, sort of Batman vs Superman colored, basic Batman, movie accurate colors, came with these as well. And then here's this Batman holding those weapons as well. And then absolutely no sculpt difference with the previous releases. Just a dumb, hollow hunk of plastic. Very terrible, bad accessory. Is going to go into a bag, never be seen again. Not even worthy of being in my Bat Armory. So next, let's check out the Joker's accessories. He comes with a hat and a pair of goggles. Goggles for riding the helicopter, and a hat because Joker always looks cool with a hat on. So first of all, let's check out his hat. Pink, purple. It's got the black stripe around it. It's made of a softer material. You can bend it a little bit. Then here he is wearing his hat. Fits on him pretty decently. Looks okay. Just kind of basic and bland. Now the other two releases of the Joker also came with the exact same hat, just painted slightly differently. The one and the first and last are the two Jokers from this set, and the two in the middle are from the regular Joker and the air-powered Joker. This is the first one to actually have a little bit of detail painted onto it, being the black stripe. And then here are all three of the Batman Missions Jokers with their hats on. It is nice having this extra hat with this 2-pack. It can have many different uses in my action figure world. Overall, the hats look pretty good on these figures for what they are. And the first question I wanted to know was, will it fit on DC Universe Classics and Multiverse Joker figures? Here it is with the Toy Biz throwback Joker, who didn't come with the hat that the original Toy Biz Joker came with, so it'd be nice to have a hat for this guy. But I must say, no, it does not fit on him. It sort of can just lay on the top there, falls right off. Just doesn't fit over his hair like it should if it's going to be that old hat. And like I said, these hats have nice use in my action figure world. They do fit pretty nicely onto the Movie Master Mattel Joker Thugs. Next, let's check out the Joker's goggles. These are made of a very soft, bendy, rubbery material. Bend absolutely no problem whatsoever. Here's the Joker figure with goggles off. And then here he is with goggles on. And then here he is with both hat and goggles on, fully geared up. Looking a little ridiculous. Those goggles do not look too good, honestly. And once again, this accessory is complete reuse from previous figures. Here is the sonar suit Batman from the Batman Missions line. As you can see, he came with a gray version of the same goggles. Here he is wearing his version of the goggles. I think they look better on him than they do the Joker. Going a little further back to the Justice League basic line, we've got, I guess this is Power Slinger Batman. He actually has a pretty cool outfit, a lot of pockets, sort of military look. He came with the same goggles as well. And then here he is wearing his version of the goggles. And then going even a little bit further back, we've got the Arctic Zone Batman from Batman vs. Superman, the basic line. This guy here was a repaint of the Nightmare Batman, kind of Arctic snowsuit, and he came with a white pair of these goggles. And then here's the Arctic Zone Batman wearing his goggles. And then take it even a little bit further back, we've got this Blast Attack Batman from the basic Batman vs. Superman line. Not sure why they didn't call him Nightmare Batman, because that's who he is. This guy came with a gray pair of those goggles, the first figure to have them. And then here he is with his goggles on top of his head. And then here are all the different versions and reuse they've gotten out of this goggle set. And then when looking at these a little bit closer, it actually appears that the Nightmare Batman's goggles are slightly different than the rest of them, but all the rest of these are pure reuse. Next, let's check out the height of these figures. Both these guys here are sitting just about a hair under 6 inches. Batman hits a full 6 inches tall with his ears. Next, let's check out their articulation. And if you've got any of the Batman mission figures so far, there's no surprises here. So Batman here, of course, he can rotate his head. Really can't go up and down at all. His shoulders on a ball joint, but they can only go out this far. It's kind of sad. Up as far as you need him to go. His elbow is single jointed. Can't quite go 90 degrees and does have a swivel. His wrist can rotate and it's hinged as well. Just slight articulation on the hinge. So nothing going on here. Traditional waist swivel, cannot go any further than this. Legs only go up and down, they do not go out at all. Not quite 90 degrees forward. Back even more than it goes forward, which is odd. Single jointed knees. Ooh, that one stuck. He does have a shin cut in the armor here. Then nothing going on with the feet or ankles. Nice cloth cape. Joker here, pretty much exact same thing. Head goes around. Does go up and down a little bit though. Shoulders go up more than 90 degrees, quite a bit nicer than Batman. Single jointed elbows. Not quite 90 degrees, but close. Swivel. Wrist, same thing. Goes around a very, very slight hinge. Waist swivel below. Legs go forward about that much. Back, really not at all. Single jointed knees. And nothing going on with the feet. Next, let's check them out compared to some other action figures. Let's go ahead and start off with the Joker. Here he is compared to the other two Batman Mission Joker figures they've released. Like I said before, I think this is the best, most normal looking Joker they've released. On the left here, this is a single carded Joker. He's in just a trench coat and a black t-shirt of sorts. Of course, we've got this Joker here that came in the two-pack with the vehicle. And then here we've got the air-powered Joker. This guy here is in a vacation-looking shirt. Definitely reminiscent of the Killing Joke Joker. I believe he came with a camera as well. And then here he is next to the Batman Missions Harley Quinn. And then here he is next to one of each of the different rogues they've made for the Batman Missions line. Like I said before, really hoping they'll give us Scarecrow or Man-Bat that they've given us in the 12-inch scale. And I believe they've shown us a Deathstroke in the larger scale as well. And then here he's next to all the different Batman rogues they've made from Batman Missions. We've got 2 Banes, 3 Jokers, and one of each of the rest of the guys. And then here he is next to several different Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse Joker figures. As you can see, he's a tiny bit shorter, but not too much shorter than these guys. Next, let's show this Batman figure compared with some other action figures, starting with Batman Mission figures. Here he is next to all the different variations of Batman from the Batman Missions line. Most of them are the same sculpt, different paint job. There's a couple of different sculpting variations, like the goggles on the guy to the left of this Batman. There are a total of 10 of them. They have not released the same Batman with the same paint job twice. Here he is next to all of the different sidekicks they've released for the line. And here he is next to all the different rogues they've made in the Batman Missions line. Can't wait to see what they make next. Then here's the entire Batman Missions collection together. I don't believe the line is completely over, although with Mattel losing the DC Master License, it really shouldn't be lasting too much longer. Hope they can crank out a few more cool things before it's said and done. What I really like about this is it's a cheaper basic line, but still in the 6-inch scale, so you can fudge it in with your Multiverse and DC Universe Classics figures. The accessories enhance them greatly, as do the vehicles. Here he is next to several different Mattel DC Universe Classics Batman figures. As you can see, this Batman Missions figure is shorter than them, but it's not horribly different. And then here he is next to some Mattel Multiverse Batman figures. These guys are a hair taller than the DC Universe Classics figures, and of course considerably taller than the Missions figures. Now that we've taken a very in-depth look at the figures and their accessories, now let's check out the vehicle. This is why I bought the set. The figures are kind of like whatever, basic. I've become a completist of this line at this point, so I have to get them, but they aren't that special to me. This vehicle here, I would have bought it if the pack by itself, without the figures. A 6-inch scale of Joker vehicle. This is great. This is not too common to get, so let's check it out. As you can see, we've got the main vehicle here, 3 different missiles, a missile launcher, and a propeller. Now let's attach these items and check it out. Here it is. Here's the vehicle fully assembled. A nice little Joker helicopter for 1-seater for a figure. And then yes, I did get 2 of these packs so I could have 2 of these vehicles because I've got a Joker gang, not just a Joker figure. So let's take a look at this vehicle. Before we do that though, just keep in mind this set was $20 for 2 figures, both of which came with accessories and a vehicle. So as you can imagine, this is a pretty cheap vehicle. Just keep that in mind. It's a great value. You get a huge value with this pack. So here's a vehicle. All the reminiscent Joker colors: purple, orange, green, a little bit of red. You can see it's got the propeller up top. Hit it spins, of course. It's got a place to store the extra missiles, which I really like. It'll kind of help you prevent from losing them. Nice little fans on the back here. Got the seat, handles. Absolutely love this Joker logo. Very reminiscent of Toy Biz and the 1989 film. Like that a lot. See, it's got a little smile at the front here. It's got a gun that can kind of rotate around. The missile here that can actually fire. This thing, of course, is detachable pretty easily. Overall, looks decent. Pretty light, kind of hollow. Like I said, great value for the price. So now let's check out the measurements of this vehicle. So from the tip of the gun to the back, it's sitting at just about 11 inches. And then from bottom to the propeller, about 4.5, 4.75 inches. Now let's check out all the action features this vehicle has. And honestly, we've really covered them all already. So first of all, we've got this gun at the front that can move up and down. We've got a missile launcher here. Of course, it can fire. Goes a pretty decent amount. Then, of course, you can pull another missile out, put it in there, repeat as needed. If you don't like the way that looks, you can remove the missile launcher and have it just be a regular helicopter. The propeller, of course, it moves. And honestly, that's about it. Your guy can hold the handles. Really not much more to it than that. So here's the Batman Missions Joker next to the vehicle. Now let's see how he fits inside. You'll be a little bit surprised to know that he doesn't fit that well. His legs, they cannot spread apart, which really hinders him from going into this thing properly. If you slide him in, it's about as far as he goes with ease. You can definitely push him down a little further, kind of get him in there about like that. Now, it doesn't look very good. He's not fully in the seat. He's sitting above it. You can sort of cram him in there, but he will not stay that way. And of course, with his hat, the added height here, you can barely use the propeller at all. It almost hits the guy every time. It's really weird. It's almost like this thing was meant for the Multiverse figures and not the Missions figures. He doesn't look good. Yeah, he can hold the handles and all that fun stuff. He doesn't look very good in there, and it really doesn't utilize it properly. You can see he's on the pedals here, and it just doesn't really allow him to completely go down like you'd like him to. Okay, well, if you bend his knees, he fits in there pretty nicely. See him from the top here. From the side, his butt's almost all the way in there. His feet don't really hit the pedals quite the same way. I have him holding the handlebars right now. Don't quite have him in there just right. But definitely works pretty good if you bend his knees. Propeller moves really with no problem. So I don't know about you guys, but my first thoughts when I saw this was, this vehicle really reminds me of some of the old Toy Biz stuff, the kind of cheaper Joker cycles, etc., etc. And will it work with my 6-7 inch figures? I figured it would, and if it works as good as the Batman Missions Batmobile, we're in really good shape here. And then, of course, here is the test. The recently released Multiverse Toy Biz Throwback Joker and this vehicle. What are the odds these came out almost the exact same time? It's like a match made in heaven. If he fits, very reminiscent of the old line. This Joker, this vehicle, what a combination. And you know what? It's not perfect, but it works. You see him here, he's got the soft tail jacket. You kind of tuck it in. His legs can go down. You can put him back, and he will fit, and it will move with clearance. And honestly, it looks pretty cool. His big old grin just completely reminds me of some of the figures I had when I was a kid. Unfortunately, it really does not work well with this DC Universe Classics Joker. I think the problem is that his legs don't move forward very far, just the way he's sculpted. It just looks kind of bad the way he has to sit in there. And the next question I was curious about is, will it accommodate some Joker henchmen? I took these Movie Master figures, put them inside. They fit in there just fine, complete clearance. Look halfway decent. Next, let's check it out compared to some other vehicles. Here are all the vehicles they made in the Batman Missions line. We have a Batmobile, Batcycle, and now the Joker helicopter. These all accommodate 6-inch figures, and they all work great for your DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. Here it is next to the 1989 Toy Biz Joker Cycle with sidecar. And if you're curious, it can sort of accommodate 6-inch figures. Here are some of the Movie Masters on this thing. As you can see, he actually fits on the Joker Cycle part pretty decently, and kind of fudgeable in the sidecar. And then here it is next to the old Toy Biz Joker van. This is a great vehicle, except that it really doesn't accommodate the 6-inch figures like I'd like. You definitely can't put any 6-inch figures in here, but if you wanted to put some in the back, they could kind of be shoved inside of here for what it's worth. And then here they are next to some old, I believe Kenner had taken over this point, Joker cycles. These were for the 1989 Batman film. Pretty cool looking big Joker missile on the front. I ended up getting 2 of these Joker cycles because they were pretty cheap. They had a really cool sticker set. It kind of reminds me of this Joker vehicle. I applied one to this Joker cycle, not to the other one. Saved that for something else. Different, but kind of similar in some ways. And then yes, these Joker cycles can accommodate your 6-inch Joker thugs with complete ease. Here are the Movie Master guys on them. They actually fit perfect, considering these are made for 5-inch figures. Here they are next to a couple of older, what I assume are Playmates foot soldier cars. I bought these because I thought they were perfect color schemed for Joker cars. Thought they were kind of reminiscent of the Joker cars used in the 1989 Batman film. As you can see here, neither one of these is 100% complete, but they look good for what they are. They've got the windshield on both of them. This one here, it's purple, it's black, purple seats, missing the little bottom parts here. This one here has little bottom parts where you can stick extra figures. And I took the Joker decals from the extra Joker cycle and put them on the side of here. Thought it worked out pretty good. And then if you're curious if these will accommodate 6-inch Movie Master type figures, the answer is kind of yes, kind of no. As you can see, they are sitting in there, and you know what? They look pretty decent. This is meant for 5-inch figures. Of course, I did have to put their legs in like this to make them fit, but it's pretty nice that it can be utilized for them. Looks pretty cool. There's a bunch of extra space for figures on this as well. Like I said, there are some extra spots that can accommodate some passengers. As you can see, they will stand on the side of the silver platform here. Can fit at least 2 of them in the back with complete ease. Pretty nice little transportation for a Joker gang. Here it is next to a Kenner Batman the Animated Series Joker Mobile. This is intended for the 5-inch scale figures. And as surprising as it is, this 5-inch scale vehicle can also accommodate the Movie Master figures. As you can see, here he is. There's a lot of legroom in there. You kind of push him all the way inside of there. He does fit all the way in there, although he looks a little bit oversized for this thing. And then, of course, this can change into another mode. Here with the gun out, the Joker face. And then here are these Joker helicopters next to a couple of Batman Beyond Joker's cycles. These are some sort of motorcycle hoverboard type thing that came with a Joker thug from the Kenner Batman Beyond line. And now the Joker henchmen can fit on them, but they don't really look so hot. They're a little bit too large for it. Here it is next to what I believe is to be a DC Superheroes or Super Friends Joker cycle. And this vehicle can accommodate 6-inch figures with pretty much ease. His legs don't really have a good place to go though. Here they are next to a couple of McFarlane Fortnite Quad Crashers. Now these vehicles are intended for 7-inch figures and Fortnite figures at that, but I thought these might make for some great Joker vehicles. They have that sort of painted face on there, kind of screams Jokerish to me. And like I said before, these are intended for 7-inch scale figures. They work perfectly for the 7-inch scale Arkham City thugs. And then here it is next to a couple of other recently released 6 and 7-inch scale vehicles. This here is the dirt bike that came with the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive NECA John Connor figure from Terminator 2. Here they are next to a couple of Mattel breakaway wrestling cars. These were released within the past year or so and accommodate pretty much any 6 and 7-inch figure you have. So overall, this is a pretty solid set. It is an absolute fantastic value. Great bang for your buck. $20 for 2 6-inch figures, accessories for both of them, and a vehicle with action features and accessories of its own. What a steal. Now I must say, I'm really excited to get this Joker vehicle. Very happy that it's going to accommodate all the figures I was hoping it would accommodate. Home run here from Mattel. If I were to rate this vehicle and this whole set, I would give it a 7 out of 10. And maybe that's a little bit higher than it deserves, being the fact that the vehicle is pretty basic. But the fact that you got such a good value here definitely factors in the equation as well. Happy to have a couple more vehicles for my Joker army. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it in the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.